Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming my April TBR, and if you didn't know, April is the first magical readathon William full round for the exams. I am doing a career path and I have chosen to be an alchemist, which means it's 10 challenges for that, and I also have some other books of course I need to read, so I'm going to go through everything I'm reading. Of course, that's why we are here. It's not as crazy as March, but it's still a couple of books, and I might even read more than this. That's not like planned yet. It depends how my reading goes. But if you know me and been here for a while, you know that my reading tends to go way and beyond than what I think it will go. But yeah, let's just start with the magical readathon prompts. As I said, I'm going for alchemist, which means there's 10 reading prompts for me for that. And I try to take as many, I was gonna say, obligatory books that I plan to read in this year, like TBRs I planned, in those, so that I will actually read them, which seemed, you know, smart instead of just taking other random books. So I actually got down a lot of the things that is on my list and I feel happy about it. Even though it's a bit more white than I would like, you know, but it's fine, it's fine. So the first challenge is called Elemental Studies, a book under 100 pages. And I tried to think and think and think, and I checked all my short books on my TBR to see if I could find like a book that was actually under 100 pages. I had one that was 104, but I don't count that for me. So I decided to go with a smutty novella, because why not? And this is called Games We Play by Dana Islay, and I don't actually know what this is about, but it's smutty and it's very short. I haven't actually checked how many pages this is. So what if it actually was over 100 pages? Oh, it says it is actually 90 pages. So I'm taking that, and I will probably read this on my Kindle because yeah, that's how we roll that. So that will be, I was gonna say my first read, but I will probably read this over a few days when I feel in the mood for, you know, something smutty. And the next challenge is called Animal Studies, a quick read. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like every book I read is quick for me because I read really fast and a lot. So like I finish basically a book a day. But I'm gonna try to not do that in April, to do other stuff. And I try to find like an actual quick read, like something that's even quicker than what I would read. So I like really feel like I fulfill the challenge. So I went with a graphic novel. So I'm reading A Spark Within the Forge by Salma Tahir. This is the second Amber Nash's graphic novel to the Amber Nash's series. The first one came out, I don't think it was last year, I do believe it was the year before, I don't actually remember, and I absolutely loved and adored that. It's like a prequel to the main series, and you know the series is one of my favorites of all time, and I actually don't know the plot of this. I haven't even read back. I don't want to know. I just want to read it. I fall in love with it because I absolutely, as I said, love the first one, like 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm very excited to read another graphic novel in this world I adore. And as I said, just very excited. And you know, it will actually be a quick read because it is a graphic novel. I'm making it easy for myself, but also I really did want to fulfill like the challenge. That's just, that was a sentence, properly. I haven't even checked how many pages it is, but you know a graphic novel doesn't take long. Next challenge is called Astronomy, and that was to read a book on the top of your TBR. So I tried to also really think on this, like what is a book I'm very excited for and literally cannot wait to read. So I went with Gallant by V. Schwab, which is V. Schwab's news book. It came out now in February, no, March. I said the wrong month. And I haven't read it yet, and I'm so excited for it. It is actually like really short, like it's barely 300 pages. It's like not even 200 pages, it's like right underneath it. So I know I will like read this in a day, and I have been hearing amazing things about it. So I'm very excited to read it. It's literally on top of my TBR, and it will make me read it at once. So very happy that it fit in here. Then the next class, I keep saying challenges, but I guess it's kind of a class, is Alchemy, and is to read a book featuring romance. Also made this very easy. I mean, I could have literally picked almost anything. Almost all books has romance in them, but I was thinking practical. So I decided to reread Heartstopper Volume 1 by Alice Oseman, which is obviously boy meets boy, 2 teenage boys falling in love. It's adorable. And you know, the Netflix series is premiering on the 22nd of April. Rereading this in April seems like a good idea because I literally cannot remember anything that happened except that they meet and they are cute. Like, that's all I can remember and recall. So I feel like I really should reread it before watching shows. I would like feel complete, you know. I was like gonna say the complete experience when like the moments that isn't here happens there. I would really like feel them, because literally in the trailer I was like, I don't like recall a single moment almost. So I'm very happy that I will be rereading this. Obviously I could have just reread it outside the challenge just because it would be easy, but I had this like hard time picking up graphic novels unless it's like in my system. So this is me like grabbing the chances I have. Next class is Inscription and is to read an intimidating book. And you know, as I said, I read really fast, I read a lot. So there's like, I feel like I'm not intimidated, that was a word, easily anymore as I was before. But I picked one that I actually feel like, thinking that I have to read it. And that is A War Without End by Khaled Follett. This is, you can see this. And the text is, actually it was kind of more okay than I thought it would be. But it is, I'm gonna try to like peek. Oh my god, it was thicker than I thought it would be. I thought it was 700 pages. It's 1,239. It was a bit thicker than I thought it would be, actually. Well, I'll feel, now I'm intimidated even more. But I am actually reading this because I picked it out as a series I was going to finish this year for series I'm going to finish. I did a video about it. And I was like, let's take things in, you know, so I actually do the things I challenged myself to do. And now I feel... why but like, yeah, the first book I have problems with it, but it is enjoyable and I'm gonna finish it. But yeah, a bit bigger than I thought it would be. Well, it really fit for the challenge though, so there's that. The next class is Artificiary, but I don't actually know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it is to read a book with an earth setting. For that, I am reading a book I literally just picked up, and that's Finley No One Is Killing It by Al-Cosimano. And this one I heard amazing things about, and it is about this author who talks to in the phone with her agent, like her book agent, and then another woman overhears it. She's talking about murder and she thinks she's like an assassin and hires her to kill her husband. And I think it's just like really like a funny mystery, but also like, how is she gonna do this? Like, she's gonna plan this murder, and I just heard amazing things about it. It seems like something I'm really gonna enjoy, and I'm like already entertained by it, and I haven't even started it. So I'm very excited for it, and I hope I really like it. So yeah, I just literally just got this and I didn't know what to read for this challenge, and I was just like, let's read this because I'm really like in the mood to read this, since I also, you know, just bought it, as I said. Next class is Spells and Incantations, and for that I need to read a short story or essay collection, or just like one. And for that I picked out Demigods and Magicians by Readathon, and this is, as you can see, a short companion novel to both the King Chronicles and the Percy Jackson and Olympian series. And it's actually 3 crossover short stories for those 2 series where I assume the characters meet each other, and I'm reading all Readathon, trying to this year, so there's one thing to knock that off. Also, I had other short stories on my TBR, I think. Actually, I'm trying to remember. I had like 1 or 2 more, so I could have picked those, but I was just like, let's knock off this. It fit for the thing. 3 short stories, and I, you know, love these characters, so I'm excited to see what they will come up with together. And also, it's a quick read, so there's that, and I need that after that 1,200 pages one. And the next challenge is Restoration, and it's to read a book featuring healers. And this could be any kind of healer, like a nurse, a psychiatrist, or like actually people with, you know, healing abilities in a fantasy book. But I decided to read The Fireman by Joy Hill, and this one has one of the main characters being a nurse. It says a pregnant school nurse, Harper Grayson, in the synopsis. So thereby I felt like I picked this. This was actually for 12 Friends Recommend 12 Books challenge, and I bought it specifically for that, and I'm also like knocking one off from that list. I realized I have a lot of challenges this year, okay, I'm aware. And this one was recommended to me by Jess, so I'm very excited to read it and share my thoughts with her, and hopefully I like it. I thought it was like a crime novel looking at the cover first, but it's like a dystopian end of the world thing where like everyone keeps, I think they either start dying from a virus or like they have already died, but like it's like a dystopia thing. And I am intrigued by it, but also it's really big. Oh, it's like 700 pages. Look, this is the thickness I thought the other book was. But other books clearly tricked me with its thin pages. So there's that. The next class is Demonology, and it was to read a book with a shadow in the title or in the series title. I had some options for this, but I chose to go with Shadow and Flame by Mindy Arnett, because this is a duology, and I read the first book, Onyx and Ivory, and now it's becoming a little while since I read that. Now I have forgotten everything in that, but I'm not going to read it, I'm just going to roll with it. I did enjoy Onyx and Ivory, I thought it was fun, so I have the sequel, so I might as well just read it. I don't remember what happened. It's like demons. She also runs away. She has been hiding. I don't even remember, because her father was accused from killing the king. And then she had a thing with someone. I mean, I'm sure we'll get into it when I start it. Oh, then I've also finished, you know, this duology. So, you know, finishing a series, this is always a plus point. And my last class for magical readathon is lore, and it's to read a book that is mythology inspired. And you know, I just said I'm gonna go through Rick Riordan, and you know, all his books are based on mythology, so what else can I read? And the next one in line, which is Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, which it's also, you know, titled The Sword of Summer. And I've been wanting to read this for years. Like, I'm finally getting to like his later series after like years and years and years trying to actually get into, you know, all the books, even though like I loved Percy Jackson for years, but I like never completed all of them, etc. I'm very excited for this because it's, you know, based on Norse mythology. I'm from Norway. It will be a good time, and I love mythology and everything, so I'm excited for this. And yeah, again, I had books, other books I could read for this, but I am choosing to go for my goals, which is a good thing. It's also big, a bit big, almost 500 pages, but it's Rick Riordan, so I'm sure we will breeze through it, but I'm excited for it. And that was 10 books, and you thought it was over because it is not. I have a few more, of course, I need to read. I have obligatory stuff as well. So first, I am also reading A Master of Jinn by P. Jelly Clark. This is the Facing Gaze pick for the month of April, which is the book club I'm co-hosting. We read queer, sci-fi or fantasy every single month, and this is our Facing Gaze pick for that month. So obviously I need to read that so I can be in the live show and everything. And do I know what this is about? No, but I'm very excited for it. I read another book by the author which I also really enjoyed, and I'm excited to read it. I'm excited to discuss it with the others. Yay, you should join us. Links down below if you are interested. Then I also need to read Never Seen by Shannon Messenger. This is the fourth book now in the Keeper of the Lost Cities, which is part of this series. And I am a co-host for the KEEPERALONG, which is hosted with Chris and Sasha. And we are reading through the whole series, having a live show every month. Obviously I need to read the fourth one because we're at the fourth book, so I need to read this. It's big, but we will fly through it because it's a really, really fast-paced and fun series. And again, the Twitter and stuff is linked below if you want more information. But I suggest you joining us. It's not too late. You can literally read this in like one day. It's all fine. Then I'm of course doing the Buzzwordathon, which is a Books on Lala's reading challenge, and I'm doing it every month, so I can't break my streak now. And the buzzword for April is read like a book with like size measurement in the title, and I was struggling really hard to find a book that fit. I have 500 books on my TBR and I could barely find any, or like any that I haven't read already. But I am going with Sleeping with Giants by, where's the name of the author? Sylvain Nouvel. It didn't say like on the front. I don't know where I was in my sentence because I got interrupted, but basically I think it's about humanity finding out that there's like actually they live inside a ball of a giant, like people say as a joke sometimes, or people believe before. And this one is also for 12 friends recommend 12 books challenge. It was recommended to me by Song of Ice and Via on Twitter, and I had it on my TBR, so I was like, thank you. And now I'm reading it for Buzzwordathon as well as that challenge. So 2 birds in 1 stone, that's what we like. Then a book that I forgot to mention in my March TBR but did mention in another video is Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. I am buddy reading this with Justine, my friend, and we were gonna finish it in March, but it's not happening. So I assume we're gonna try to finish it in April, but I'm not sure. But it's on my TBR, and if we are not ready to get to it, then we will see later. But I am excited to continue. We read 1 chapter and we haven't read it since, so we will see how that goes. Then I also have 2 TBR cards that I picked out in February but didn't get to. So I actually had 4 I didn't get to, and then I did 2 in March, and I'm hoping to do 2 in April. And I know I want to read a book that has been adapted to screen. I am thinking I would continue with Witcher, which is The Tower of Swallow. I think I showed off the wrong Witcher book in my last TBR video where I said I would read Time of Contempt and this, but it's really Baptism of Fire in the middle because I took it up the wrong order. But this will be the next one. I am currently in Baptism of Fire. We'll probably finish it before the month is over, so I want to continue at least with one of them, and I'm reading that for something a bit adapted because, you know, it's a Netflix series of the series, so I'm counting that. And then for my other TBR card, I have Told in Second Person. I have read several books for Told in Second Person lately, but not for this channel specifically. I still don't know what to read for it. If I figure it out, I will read it. in April. If not, I might move the card to later again. If you have a suggestion for this card, please leave it down below, because I really don't know. And now that's all like my main books I'm reading. I'm hoping to read some other for some themed vlogs, but we will see if I have time. I'm reading some really easy ones here, and I always read more than I think I will, but I will also try to chill a bit because I've been reading so much lately, and I want time to read as well. But of course I also need my graphic novel slash mangas that I read between every second book every month. And if I calculate it correctly, I need at least 6 of them. If I read more, I'll of course read more because I have more, but between every second book, I'm not counting like Heartstopper in that, by the way. I will read a graphic novel or a manga, and the next one up in line is Beastars Volume 12. Everyone is in the wrong way, so that's great. Land of the Lustrous Volume 4. Whisper Me a Love Song Volume 4. Blue Flag Volume 3. I was really unsure right now. Yes, Volume 3. Flying Witch Volume 9. And Saga Volume 6. So I will for sure think I will get to those if I like calculate it correctly. Might be 1 or 2 more depending on how much more I read in a month. That is all for the books. I've probably forgotten something, but I feel like it is a nice mix of the different challenges I'm doing, like 12 friends recommend 12 books, sequels, Rick Riordan, and then I'll see what other books I get to. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a magical emoji down below if you enjoyed this, and you will see me soon in a new video. Wish me good luck and goodbye!